My name is Tina Fuentes, and I had Texas Tech UPAC committee purchase 4 of my paintings a few years back. Now, these paintings are derivative from a time period around 1987 through the 1988. During that particular cycle of my artwork, the body of that work incorporated the dialogue of the human body. Now, I didn't necessarily incorporate the highly visible structure of the human body. More, it was a metaphorical type of incorporation that was there. And through that metaphorical aspect, I was able to break down that form through the use of collage. And in the collaging process on some of these, for example, in the painting that's entitled Barra Del Oro, ends up having these wonderful, strong, bold mark makings that up on the very top portion of the figure, kind of giving it a sense of dominance, a sense of very strong type of a angular form that's there. So have a wonderful kind of strength and presence that's there. Now, the other 2 pieces that are incorporated within this collection are pieces that are addressing more of la sombra, and that's the title of the work, Sombras. And these are addressing more of the shadows, shall we say, of life. So here again, we are talking about the body, but without the body. And so what's happening here is that there is more of a dialogue of, shall we say, the inner core of shadows that maybe we carry within self, shadows that also are prevalent and also that are physical within the exterior, and the shadows that are sometimes very subtle, sometimes very dominant, and also can be carried within the body in so many different ways. But it's not so much of a negativism or a fearful type of activity that's there, but more about of an internal, the internal type of dialogue that one has within self as well as with others. So again, all 4 of these pieces are addressing the body, but the body is addressed more with a dialogue and discussion of in a metaphorical way about the different energies that we end up carrying within self, whether it was a sense of dignity and pride, or whether it was a sense of maybe quietness and stillness, as some of the darker ones do prevail. Either way, it's still addressing the body. And in these particular pieces, all 4 of these works that were structured within the late 1980s, I was able to bring in a dialogue that I felt I was having within my studio. And I think that that's only natural, that we as artists are bringing in all of the experiences that we end up having externally and internally and bringing them forth up onto that surface, whether that surface is a 2-dimensional format or whether it happens to be a 3-dimensional format. Regardless, we are always coming in and we are bringing in the dialogue that's very significant and very important to us due to the external influences that we may have, whether they're natural or maybe unnatural, either way. That's the extent of the pieces that I have within the collection at the Majan Theater at Texas Tech University.